Hey, what's up? Welcome to Therese Nicole Tapped In. I am Therese. No labels, no bullshit. If the shoe doesn't fit, excuse me. If the shoe fits, wear it. If the shoe doesn't fit, please don't use my readings to create storylines in your life that do not exist. When I speak of masculine and feminine energy, I could be talking about somebody else. Oh my God, somebody's having a hard time speaking. I could be talking about somebody else, or I could be talking about both aspects of yourself, because we are talking about the soul's journey here. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I keep trying to come up with an intro, something consistent, but I don't know. I'm still working with it. So anyway, welcome. I'm going to get into some charms. And I'm going to start there. See where we go. See what messages there are for you today. I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope you're at peace. And if not, I hope I can help. Let's see what we got. I'm just gonna grab a bunch. Throw them. All right, we got the number 5, a dog, an 8, an angel feather, angel wing, I should say, even though it does look like a feather. We have an owl, a Q, a 9, 5, 8, 9, a ribbon. Guess that could represent anything, right? It has no color. Protected, a seashell, a fish, the infinity symbol, a mask, another dog. Did I mention the Q? Blessed, inspired. Somebody has questions. That's what I get with this Q. Somebody has questions. And you question whether or not somebody is wearing a mask. Or you question, I'm hearing you question your safety with somebody who's wearing a mask. But you have to know that you are protected and blessed. You have 2 dogs here. I'm seeing guard dogs. I should say I'm hearing guard dogs. And that goes along with protected. Your angels are protecting you and blessing you. I'm hearing don't be afraid to ask the questions that need to be asked. That's what's important. Somebody's afraid to ask questions. There's a situation where somebody is afraid to ask questions that don't really want to know the answers because of the emotions involved. That's what I'm getting with this fish and the seashell, the ocean, the emotions that are involved. Somebody is afraid to know the truth. Somebody's afraid to know the truth or afraid that if they ask questions, there'll be consequences. But I'm hearing you already know the answer. That you're afraid to ask the question because you already know the answer. And you don't want to face the truth. You're afraid to face the truth. But whatever happens, I'm getting this feeling of someone needing to leave a situation, to go with the flow, let the truth come out, and leave Don't be afraid to rip the mask off, because you already know what's behind it. There's the truth hurts. You don't want to hear it from whoever this person is. You don't want to hear it, because that means you have to move away from this person. You can't stay once you know the truth. But this, where there's a beginning, there's an end. Where there's an end, there's a beginning. And I'm hearing dead fish. Something has been lifeless for a long time, and you know you need to move on. You know you need to move on. You already have the wisdom. You already know the truth, and you're afraid of the path in front of you. You're afraid of the path in front of you because it's the unknown. But you're protected and you're blessed. Blessing in disguise. Finding out the truth is a blessing in disguise. It's going to hurt, but at least you'll know. And you can move forward. And whatever the path is ahead of you, whatever the next steps you need to take, know that your steps are protected. Go ahead and rip that mask off. Maybe I'm getting a second energy of maybe you're the one who needs to rip the mask off. Maybe you have been living a life, a passionless life, where you've just been going with the flow like a dead fish. Just kind of letting things happen and not making any real changes. Because you're afraid of what people are going to think of you if you take off that mask. There's this sense of I'm hearing image to uphold, but the image is not you. The image is something that doesn't honor how wise you are, doesn't honor your connection with spirit. It doesn't honor who you've become. That's where the fear comes from. Protected from the dogs. Maybe you've been in a relationship for a long time and you're afraid of what's out there. If you trust that you're protected, then nothing negative can touch you. No weapon formed shall prosper. But that's only in following your belief and your faith. Like I said before, I'm being called to say it again. With every ending, there's a new beginning. And this is either you know somebody around you is wearing a mask and you know the truth, or you are wearing a mask and you need to honor your true self. Again, the numbers 5, 8, and 9 might be significant. Let me see what else. Enough. Enough is enough. Enough torturing yourself. Willpower. See, I have mixed emotions about the word willpower. Because willpower is not, when we use willpower to not do something, we're not allowing ourselves to be. So it's like you're fighting the change. You're fighting the messages. As a bird here, you're fighting the messages that you're receiving. You're fighting the truth in order to stay the same. There's a lizard here. What I'm thinking about with this lizard is how lizards regenerate. And maybe you're afraid to take off this mask, because taking off this mask is like a part of you dying. This is an identity you've held onto for a very long time, and you know it doesn't honor who you are, but at the same time it's like cutting a piece of yourself out. Change, people make change seem so simple, and it's not, because if change was simple, everybody would do it. Change is hard, and change hurts, and change can feel like losing a limb. But the message here is you will regrow. You will regenerate and transform. I'm hearing what you lose will grow back tenfold. So it's like this lizard, he loses his tail in a fight, and it comes back twice as strong. I have a star here. It's part of your healing. It's part of your growth to take this mask off. I don't know about you, but when I'm done on this earth, I want people to know exactly who I am. No confusion, no masks, no misinterpretations. I want to be clear. And these stars, they shine in the dark with clarity. There's no confusion. There's no Seven of Cups illusions around it. There's no smoke and mirrors. This is who I am. Number 4, stability. Again, angels of protection. We have the letter M. Your name could start with an M. Who you're dealing with could start with an M. I'm here. I don't know why I'm hearing this song. Maybe this means something to you, but I'm hearing the Bruno Mars song, Money Make Her Smile. Money Make Her Smile. Maybe you've been in a relationship with somebody, and you just, I'm just going to say, you've just been giving them money to make them happy, but they're still not happy. I get this energy of like, nothing you do makes this person happy. I'm seeing like somebody making it rain, like literally just shelling out cash, and whoever this other person is still not, it's never enough. It's never enough. But see, how do I put this? It's like when you're in a relationship and nothing you do makes the other person happy, you really have to ask yourself, am I happy? I am pouring and pouring and pouring to try and make this other person happy, but am I happy? Are you happy here? Wherever you are. Another owl, an angel, a parrot, and a crab. With this crab, I get the feeling that this, I don't know if it's you or them, well, somebody doesn't want you to be happy. And I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, But I'm pretty sure crabs regenerate too. I know they shed their shells. I'm not really sure if they regenerate. Like I said, I could be wrong. This parrot, I'm getting this feeling that you're just that going with the flow, playing a role, doing um, acting out in ways you think you're supposed to because of what other people have told you. Repeating patterns, repeating cycles, repeating words, repeating behaviors because it's what you were taught. And this angel, this cherub, there's, I just, there's this, I mean, I don't usually pick up on this, but I am for some reason. There's a spirit baby. There's a child on the other side, and I don't know if this is a child you lost or a child in your future, but there's a child on the other side that wants you to leave and wants you to be happy. This this child is one of the ones protecting you. This child, I'm hearing this child knows your heart and knows that you're hurting and wants you to just move on. And again, like I said, there's another owl. Someone is scared to move, but you know it's the right thing to do. It's another angel wing, a turtle, and a spider. I don't know if it's important that you see these or not, but oh, what a tangled web we weave. It's like something started. This mask, this masked person, this masked personality was created on a lie that seemed simple at first, but it's grown into this massive thing. It's almost as if this identity has become bigger than you, and you don't know how to shed it. I'm hearing Bruce rip off the band-aid. Just do it. This is who I am. The angels are all over this. And with this turtle, I always get slow and steady wins the race with the turtle. This turtle, I'm hearing it's been a long time coming. You've wanted to do this. You've wanted to do this. You're tired of this. I just keep hearing false image. You're tired of it. When is it going to be enough? You've been fighting the truth with willpower, ignoring the messages from spirit, afraid to change, afraid to transform. And this child in the spirit world, sees you for who you are, the way the angels do. They are all cheering you on, and you don't see it. You don't see it because you're so caught in your head with fear. 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 5 of Wands. Nine of Swords, can't sleep. 8 of Swords, trapped in your head. 5 of Wands, internal conflict. Or maybe the fear is that you will come up against conflict. Nobody's going to like it, is what I just heard. Fuck them. Who cares? It's not their journey. It's not their life. Do you want to die for others or live for yourself? That's the real question here. Be hearing be who you want to be. X, exit. Exit left. Exit stage left. Get right before you get left. This fairy on the moon. Star. There's a wish. There's a wish. There's a wish that you've held on to for a very long time. The dream. That the longer you stay in this situation, the further away it gets. I'm hearing I should just be happy with what I have, but are you? Who's telling you you should? And who's saying you can't have more? Who's saying you can't have it all? Nobody. The universe isn't saying that. This child in the spirit realm isn't saying that. The angels hear you and know your wish. The universe knows your wish. They're waiting for you to grab the brass ring. The B. Maybe you work a lot. Maybe you drown yourself in your work to ignore. But there's this energy that there's something about your work that's false. It's like you worked so hard for this image. You're afraid to tear it down. But you can always rebuild. That's that regenerating. Not everything you lose is a loss. That's what we were talking about before with this. The end is the beginning is the end. Every end, there's a new beginning. You got to believe that. I'm hearing, where is your faith? Where does your loyalty lie? Does it lie with people that don't even know you? Or does it lie with your truth? And then we have a rabbit. This rabbit is running. You want to run. You want to run, but you feel like there's nowhere to hide. Because it's like, once the mask is off, what are you going to hide behind? It's like when this crab regenerates. When this crab, that's where soft shell crabs come from. They're regrowing their shell. So for a period of time, they're vulnerable. And you're afraid to be vulnerable. But there's beauty in vulnerability. There's beauty in letting people know that you're human. A lot of times we feel like we have to be strong, be strong, be strong. Even when nobody else is strong for you, be the strongest one in the room. Tough as nails, right? Vulnerability is terrifying. There's a fear that comes with vulnerability, that people are going to take advantage of it or make fun of it or use it against us. But in vulnerability is where we find our similarities. For the genuine hearted, anyway. You are the owl. You have wisdom. And in showing your vulnerability, at the same time, you don't lose everything that you've learned. Everything comes with you. Everything that you've learned comes with you. So if somebody tries to use it against you, it's not going to affect you like you think, because you're not a child anymore. Whoever hurt you in the past hurt somebody that didn't have the wisdom and the knowledge of life. When we transform and we change, it doesn't mean everything from before is erased. All those lessons are still there. The discernment is still there. The wisdom is still there, which makes the vulnerability even more powerful. The message is you are safe to transform. You are safe to take that next step. And you are safe to pull that mask off and stand for your wish. Be who you know you are, and not this image you've created to protect yourself. Nobody's out to get you. Fear is a lie. And at this point, the only one really hurting you is you. So what are you going to do? I'm going to leave it there. I hope this reading helped. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Until next time, you're beautiful, and I love you.